Throughout the lifetime of plants, they have to face different challenges. For example, they need special adaptations in order to reproduce. They need special adaptations in order to protect themselves. And there are other certain that are highly specialized and that require special modifications and adaptations in plants. Therefore, in today's lecture, we'll be learning about these adaptations and tropism in plants. So as you can see in these pictures, there are plants that have to face different browsing animals, for example, goats and sheep that tend to graze up on these plants. So in order to avoid those animals, these plants produce specialized thorns on their bodies, as you can see in the picture on the left-hand side. And so is the case with pineapple. Pineapple tends to produce very hard leaves. They're very thick and are kind of difficult for animals to feed upon or to digest. So these are just some of the examples of adaptations in plants that are meant to protect themselves. In other cases, you see plants that are that tend to produce flowers of darker or attractive colors in order to help them with reproduction. That is, they help the plant to attract pollinators and fertilizers, that is, insects and birds. As you can see the picture on the right hand side on this slide, the highly attractive color is highly visible to the insects and birds that are attracted, and the plant gets help with reproduction. So this is also one of the adaptations by plants that is meant to help them with reproduction. Some plants produce highly specialized seeds that get airborne and are carried away by the wind or by the currents of the air to far away distances in order to propagate. For example, the picture that you see in this slide, dandelion is the name of the plant. There are other plants like dandelion that also produce seeds of this kind. So another adaptation by another plant in order to get help from the environment with reproduction. There are other cases in which plants adapt to the climate or to the location. For example, sunflower. You probably know that sunflower tends to follow the sun in order to receive maximum amount of sunlight. Pines and conifers tend to produce canopies of conical shape in order to get maximum reach to the sunlight, and also when there's heavy snow, the snow tends to fall to the ground because of the shape of the canopy or the body of the tree. In other cases, you have plants in the desert that are highly specialized to their surroundings. For example, they produce leaves that are very thick and have very thick cuticle on their leaves, which is an adaptation in order to conserve water or the loss of water from their bodies. Just to recap what we've learned so far in this lecture, plants show adaptations in order to protect themselves, in order to get help with reproduction, and in order to adapt to the climate or to the surroundings or to the location. But what we don't know so far is how do plants achieve all these? What are the mechanisms behind all these adaptations? So this is something that we're going to be learning in the coming few slides. So in order to achieve these adaptations, plants have the ability to show phototropism, hydrotropism, chemotropism or geotropism. I'll explain all these terminologies. So phototropism is when a plant grows towards or away from the source of light, for example sunlight. Hydrotropism is when parts of the plant, it could either be the roots or the stem, grow towards the source of the water. Chemotropism is specifically shown by the roots, when the roots of the plants grow towards the source of certain chemicals that are required by the plants. And geotropism is, for example, when the stem of the plant grows against the gravity, that is upward, and the roots of the plant grow towards the source of the gravity, that is inside the ground. You will see these tropisms in the next slide, where I have shown pictures of plants exhibiting these tropisms. So phototropism is, as you can see in the picture here, is when the plant grows towards the source of the light, mostly sunshine, or if it's in artificial light. Adaptations is when parts of the plant grow towards the source of water. For example, you see this puddle of water, and the roots are kind of growing towards the source of water. The geotropism is, as I've explained in my previous slide, when parts of the body, or when parts of the plant either grow towards or away from the source of gravity. And chemotropism is mostly exhibited by roots of the plant, in which the plant requires different minerals and nutrients that are extracted from the soil through the roots. So chemotropism or chemotropism is mostly exhibited, but not always, by the roots of the plant. So this is it. This was today's lecture. If you have any questions, as ever, you can email me, or you can ask me on the LMS portal.